Welcome back to our crafting, where we learn, grow, and craft together. In today's session, we are going to look at making easy strip flowers. I call it strip flowers. We're going to use strips of paper, like really tiny strips, and I'll show you the process. Let's get started. Grab a piece of scrap paper that is about 2.5 inches wide. The length doesn't really matter. You need about 10 to 12 strips of paper. Let's get started. So I've got a strip of yellow paper here. It's a bit thicker than normal copy paper, but it's not yet cardstock. It's still pliable. So we're going to cut this in strips. Now, I don't want to fold this over so that there's a bend, but I want to just trim a few pieces of this paper. See, I like the easy ways. So in the previous session, we realized that centimeter is about 3/8 of an inch. So these little strips, the paper is about 2 inches wide. I haven't really to measure it. It's just a strip that I have. There's 2, 4, 6 now. I need about 10 to 12, even more if you want. You can always do this with thinner pieces of strips as well. And what's left of this that you're not using, you can make very thin little fishtails, which I showed you in a previous session, session number 4. And in session number 5, I showed you how to make paper rosettes and how to cut out circles if you don't. Now, some of you might know that, others don't, and that's why I show you these things. So for these little strips, there's a piece that's wonky. The circles that we had left from that session, how many do we have? 4, only 4. It's fine, it's not an issue. So what we're going to do is you can fold this over, and I'm going to use glue stick for this, not liquid glue. Liquid glue take a little bit longer. I'm just going to glue both sides. So what I'm doing is I'm gluing that in. Don't fold it flat, it needs that dimension. And then turning it over, I'm going to start at 1/4 past, and I'm going to fold this up. So just basically keep this together, glue that one on top of that one, put a little bit of glue on the other side so that it can stick on this side. 12 o'clock, at the 12 o'clock mark, and continue with this process till you are satisfied with the flower. Maybe go to 1/2 now, or 1/4 to, up to you if you want to go clockwise or anti-clockwise. We're just going to fold this in, and you can decide when you are satisfied with your flower. I'll show you my process, not to say you have to follow it. These are only ideas. You find a way for yourself. Now we're going to fold in the middle parts. And that's when why I said it can be 12, 10 to 12 or even 15 little strips of these. Oh, turn it over so that it can actually glue down. I think I want another one there. So for every flower, we're going to use 2 circles as well. Just glue this down and put glue on either side so that you can actually glue it down. There we go. Of course, you can, as always, adjust this to your own theme or color scheme. You can do it vintagey, you can use ribbon. You do you. Going to add one there. Then the top part is done. Then we can work on the bottom half of the flower. I missed that one. Can you imagine? So I'm not done. I skipped 2 parts. We can quickly remedy that. And there goes the glue stick. There we go. This one needs to move. There you can see the flower is really starting to fill up. 2 more strips, and we will be done with this flower. And just to keep it all together, make sure it's not falling apart. That's why we will add an extra circle on top. So the bottom one doesn't have to coordinate. Can be any piece of scrap paper that you use for that. You can do this with newspaper strips, magazine strips, old catalogs. That will give for an interesting effect, especially if you want to add it to a junk journal. And there we have this flower. I will just make one You can go ahead and make as many as you like. Finish that off. And there we have it. Just push that in a little bit so that it's got that 3D effect. And there you have a beautiful, easy flower. Look at all of that dimension. I'll turn it over so you can see there's lots of dimension. Good for cards, tags. You can even attach it. I'm thinking of a piece of cardstock. If you attach it, you can make a beautiful bookmark. That will be awesome. I really, really like that. Now, this is a scrap piece of cardstock. But look at that. It will be gorgeous. And if you maybe take a piece of cardstock, glue that down, maybe a little ribbon, and a leaf on the side, it will truly be beautiful. I think that will honestly be gorgeous. And there we have it. There are so many different ways that you can use your paper scraps, and you can make the most beautiful little pieces for your journals or cards. You can adjust it and make bookmarks. You can even attach a paper clip to this, put it in between, and you can attach it to anywhere on your journals, covers, decorate it however you wish. And of course, as always, you can use whatever color paper you so wish. Thank you for joining me today. If you try this, of course, please, as always, do tag Wobble Crafting on social media. If you want to see more content like this, give me a thumbs up. And I will be appreciative if you subscribe to my channel too. And if you haven't done so, please hit that little bell so that you are notified whenever I upload new content. Have a good one. See you back soon. Goodbye.